Have you ever wondered what the best way to cook a roast is? I mean, one that's going to impress your guests no matter what the occasion is. Then stop searching and watch this video, because today I'm going to show you the foolproof way to make any type of roast. Let's check it out. Welcome to the Bark and Bite. My name is Brandon Baker of Black Dog Barbecue, and before we go any further, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now today I'm teaming up with Charbroil Grills to show you my all-time favorite way of making a roast, and that's cooking it rotisserie style. Now whether it's a roast like we're cooking today or a different cut of meat, cooking rotisserie style is my absolute favorite way to cook. There's so many different benefits of cooking this way. Number one, it's going to be hands-free. You basically put it on the rotisserie, throw it on the grill, and let the grill do the work. Second, the meat's going to be rotating throughout the duration of the cook, so you're going to be getting a very even cook on all spots of the meat. That's a lot harder to accomplish if you're cooking a roast a more traditional method, such as cooking it in the oven or just cooking it straight on the grill. Lastly, cooking this way is going to give you an excellent presentation. And I know that has nothing to do with the taste of the food, but when you're cooking for a large crowd or for a gathering, you do want that centerpiece to be something that impresses the guests. And cooking rotisserie style will certainly accomplish that goal. But today I am actually going to be cooking a New York strip roast because I did have one in the freezer, and the best part is I'm going to be cooking it the exact same way. And the way that I'm going to prepare and cook that is really going to be pretty simple. I'm going to start by taking out some twine and tying the rib roast very tight before seasoning it with a liberal amount of salt and pepper. Now if you've seen any of my videos before, you know I am a big fan of brining meat. And typically you want to brine that meat for about an hour per pound. So we're going to go ahead and knock those two steps out so that we can give that salt plenty of time to penetrate that meat so we can get the best flavor possible. After that, the plan is going to be to cook the meat at about 350 to 375 degrees throughout the duration of the cook. So let's get started and check it out. Like I mentioned, prepping a New York strip roast is really pretty simple. What I did forget to mention is if you've ever cooked one of these before, you know what I'm talking about, but there's a very thick fat cap on one side of the strip roast. So since we're cooking this rotisserie style, I'm actually going to score this today just to help that fat crisp up. Now when you're scoring meat, there's really no need to cut into the meat. That's not what the purpose of it is. You just want to cut that fat cap so you can increase its surface area so they can crisp up more. Now, if you're like me, you'll probably make a mistake every once in a while like I did here, and I actually did hit the meat. Still not a big deal, but just for future reference, it's not necessary to score meat at any point. Then with a little Worcestershire sauce as a binder. We're just going to season it up. The rest of that seasoning, and we're good to go. I'm going to let this rest in the fridge for a couple of hours, then I'm going to put it on the rotisserie and throw it on the grill. All right, so our strip roast has been brining in the fridge for about 2 hours now, so we're to the last phase of the prep process, and you're actually going to need to break out your power tools for this one. So if we're going to do a rotisserie style meat of any kind, unless it's chicken, you're going to have to drill a hole through the center of it so you can get the rod through. So I am actually going to be using my power drill today with a 1/2 inch drill bit, so I can draw a hole right down the center so that the rod could go through and we can get this on the grill. Let's check it out. Go, just about got it all the way through. All right, this New York strip roast is prepped and ready to go on the grill. And today we're going to be cooking that on Charbroil's 4-burner commercial series gas grill. So we've already got the rotisserie hooked up, so I'll go turn on the gas and we'll put this on to start cooking. I don't know about you guys, but I always like to pair a roast of any kind with a sauce. And traditionally around the holidays, we do a horseradish sauce. So while that New York strip roast is on the grill, we're gonna go ahead and make this so we can put it in the fridge. And this is very simple the way that I made it. You can buy this at the store or you can find a recipe that you like yourself, but I'm gonna mix up some mayonnaise, sour cream, horseradish, Dijon mustard, vinegar, and then a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm gonna walk you guys through that process, but it is super simple and quick, and we'll get this back in the fridge while we wait on that roast to finish. All right, so that's all we have to do for the horseradish sauce. It really is that quick and easy. I'll put the entire recipe in the description below, but just so you guys know, the base of this version is going to be sour cream, followed by a little bit of horseradish sauce, scaling down to mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, and white wine vinegar. I always use the vinegar or another acidic ingredient and then salt at the end to adjust this to taste. And then if you want any of the other flavors being more pronounced, you can obviously add those as well. But we're gonna get this in the fridge and wait for that roast to keep cooking. All right, we're at the 30-minute mark, and I just wanted to open up the grill and show you guys kind of where we were at this point. It's registering about 80 degrees internal at most places, so it's moving along, but it still has quite a bit of time before it finishes up. So I'm gonna give this another 30, 45 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you guys where we're at then. All right, the roast has been on the rotisserie for about an hour and 15 minutes now, and I've tempted a few times, and depending on where it is, it's somewhere around the ballpark of 125 to 135 degrees. So at this point, it's good to go. We're about to pull this off. We'll let it rest for a little bit, then we'll slice it up. So in total, the New York Strip roast was on the rotisserie for about an hour and 15 minutes. I had that over very low heat for the duration of the cook, and then I took it off the rotisserie, as you can see, let it rest for 30 minutes and sliced it up. So now I've got the horseradish sauce out of the fridge. I'm gonna slice off a piece and we're gonna give it a try. I can use this completely oversized knife. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of the bark pieces. It's really good. Just as I hoped, the rotisserie did an excellent job. I'm gonna slice off another piece. This is the base of one of our favorite meals. I could literally eat this for days. That's incredible. Honestly, it's really hard to mess up a steak, especially when you're cooking it as a roast on a rotisserie like we did today. I actually cooked this to about 5 degrees longer than I wanted to. This was a medium finish, and typically I like medium rare. We were hitting about 135 degrees when I pulled this off. So lessons for next time, but still, again, very happy with the end result today. It's still delicious. I tell you what, it's the holidays, and I will certainly be breaking that rotisserie out again soon. Honestly, that is my favorite way to cook. It is so much fun, and it always has an end result that I'm very happy with. And that wraps up today's video. Thank you again for stopping by, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and continue to follow along, as we have a lot of awesome cooks coming up. So until next time, happy grilling.